Speaking of dogs and podcasts, you saw all the stuff regarding Amanda Bynes?
Yes, I did, and we have an exclusive from someone on TikTok who, Paul, we pretty much enjoyed Paul as a co-host. He fills a lot of space. He
tells great stories.
He does the give and take that Amanda seems incapable of doing. Amanda's busy focusing on the next question, and she seems a little robotic. She's trying to loosen up.
Fun fact about me.
Anyway, it turns out that Paul is not just someone Amanda met in treatment.
Oh, really?
He is someone else to other people. He mentioned working in labs and being a scientist, but we have someone on TikTok who is going to say that some of these things are not true and there's more we should know about Paul.
Oh, boy.
Boy, he really is taking over this podcast.
Hey, wait, that's Amanda.
Thank everyone who watched
I know, it starts
the
with
first
her.
episode of the podcast.
Listen, we need to get this out there. The guy that Amanda has made this podcast with is not a scientist. He's claiming to her that he's a scientist. He is my old roommate. He is a sociopath. He had lied to me, said he was a scientist for like over 7 years. We were friends. I would be his cat sitter and dog sitter when he would go out of town for over 7 years. And then one day we moved in together. I went out of town and he sacrificed my dog's life, unalived him.
What?
To a blood moon or something, and then deleted all the footage and then lied about it for months and months and months, and then left, like literally went outside for a cigarette and left the moment that I got into the security footage because he knew there was videos of him doing it on there.
What?
This is a dog that he bought. He stole my money. I didn't know that at the time, but yeah, he bought this dog and literally left her. Okay? Literally left.
Wow, man.
Wow.
Wait till Amanda finds out this, but will Amanda find out this?
Episode 2 is in jeopardy.
I got to tell you, I'm pumped for episode 2.
What if it's already been recorded?
I hope Paul responds to all these allegations. She also had on her screen, that lady on the TikTok had the thing about how he's been on disability for 4 years.
Yes.
Paul has. For what? For what? He looked fully able-bodied to me.
Well, I mean, able-bodied to podcast and able-bodied to work in a laboratory are two different things.
But he said he was working in a laboratory too.
I know. No, that's he's apparently full of shit.
She also pointed out in the text on it that his dad is a very powerful lawyer. Mm-hmm. Is he bankrolling this podcast? Is that why Paul has full second billing?
Well, I have to say, on the podcast, I couldn't believe how full of himself he was.
Oh, I know.
He was so comfortable. I mean, it had a connish feel to it to me, because who would go on?
Someone's using Amanda Bynes and her mental health issues?
Yeah.
I would think so, yeah.
If you met Amanda Bynes in treatment, I mean, it'd be a delicate situation, but obviously friendships can be formed that way. And then they said, you know what, I'm doing a podcast. I'm a very famous person, and this is kind of my entree back into the world of entertainment, and I'd love for you to be my co-host. Obviously, you would want to keep a pretty low profile on the podcast. You wouldn't be trying to fill the podcast with fun facts about yourself. And I mean, he was really vibing with the guest, who was a random tattoo artist, because Amanda's decided she's going to interview her friends, and I quote, first, and then she's going to get celebrities on. What celebrities are going to go on her podcast, by the way? I can't wait to see. Oh, my God.
I hope all of them. So good.
I cannot imagine.
I would love her to have Britney Spears on. Wouldn't that be great? That'd be great.
That'd be awesome.
Those two just back and forth.
Except Britney would she'd vibe with Paul, and Paul would believe all her bullshit, and he would
Next thing you know, Paul's
on
moving in with her.
She's not going to get any big name guests. Her first guest was her tattoo artist. The next one's probably going to be a barista or something.
No, because she's interviewing her friends first. That's what she said.
Okay.
And then she's going on to celebrities.
Yeah, you got to build, right?
But I have a feeling the celebrities are going to be hard to find.
Did you see all the responses online about that lady's TikTok?
No.
Here's just some responses.
That's awesome.
You should be in jail immediately. I'm so sorry this happened to you, that girl. Another one. I gasped. We need to save Amanda. OMG.
That's super rad. So
That's incredible.
Are they afraid he's going to kill Amanda like he killed the dog? Some sacrifice to a blood moon?
I don't know. I mean, if there's a blood moon coming, who knows?
OMG, she needs to see this. She's got her own little, mental health army like Britney did.
I'm not sure she's going to be made aware of this.
I'm Amanda, 1986.
I think she lives a pretty isolated life.
This sounds like he needs to be up under the jail. Was legal action taken? Well, if you watch the video, his dad's a powerful lawyer.
Yeah, that's a fun fact about him.
I heard from
Fun fact about me.
and then old Mick Scissorhands wrote, I heard from someone who listened to the first episode that she barely got to talk.
Exactly.
I hope she's okay. Everyone wants to make sure Amanda's okay because, you know, she was on television.
Well, by watching the podcast, obviously she's not okay. She's working with a con, a total con. She can barely get a question out. He's so busy stealing the spotlight from her.
I mean, this Yanesela really sums up, I think, what we're all feeling. I started watching the podcast video last night for curiosity, and OMG, I have the worst gut feeling. And now I see this. May God have mercy for Amanda.
Thank you so much for being on our show.
God, please have mercy on Amanda.